with Chief Meteorologist Holden LaCroix.
Again, very similar conditions across most of the region like what we had yesterday, but the cooling trend is going to start to initiate over the next couple of days. We can say goodbye to the 90s for now. This is the last day, well, until next week. 60s toward the coast right now, and eventually we are going to be dealing with quite the bit of cloud cover moving in toward the Oregon coast on Sunday. Now, here's a look at wind gusts so far today. Again, not necessarily good news. We're still tracking the Cram fire out toward Jefferson County, but there is some better news on that front. It looks like a lot of the hot spots on that fire have actually decreased. We don't have as strong of winds nor as warm of temperatures out into that region today. Of course, we're going to be keeping a close eye on that during this weekend. We also have a new fire up toward the Columbia River Gorge. If you're driving 84 this weekend, you are fine. It's on the Washington side up toward areas of Highway 14. So just keep that in mind heading into this weekend. All right, you can already start to see some of these changes, some high level clouds streaming in across northern Oregon and into Washington. That is actually our cold front that's going to be dropping the temperature over the course of this weekend, maybe even bringing the possibility of some mist, drizzle, maybe a shower or two toward the coast. But here's a look at the Cram fire. We actually have some cloud cover moving over it right now, so we can't really see the wildfire smoke, but it is still producing smoke even though the hot spots have decreased. Here's the cold front draped across the northern Pacific, and we're calling it cool air, but it's kind of your definition of cool air. It's cooler compared to what we're going to experience this afternoon. Eventually, we should see high temperatures back into the 70s heading into Monday. So let's time that out through 7 o'clock tonight. You can see the smoke out toward Jefferson County. Clouds kind of making their way across most of the region by around 7 o'clock tonight. Again, that's that front passing through. All right, here's through about midnight for the late night owls. 65 degrees across areas of Eugene, 54 for Florence. Heading out the door tomorrow morning, good time to maybe get that yard work done because we are going to be talking about some higher humidity in the morning. So if you got to mow, that's the best time to do so Saturday, Sunday morning. 57. All right, here is Saturday afternoon, about 4 o'clock. You can see 80s. Do we get to 90? No. Back into the 60s by around Sunday morning, and here's the clouds. Saturday is going to be more sunshine. Sunday is going to be partly to mostly cloudy, and that is going to translate into Monday as well. Whereas watch, we have a little bit of chance of some patchy mist and drizzle heading into the late night hours of Sunday and even the early hours of Monday. So again, higher humidity is a good time to take advantage of getting the yard work done. We don't want to do that when it's hot and dry. As we kind of make our way toward Tuesday, temperatures will start to climb, but we're talking about a touch of what we were dealing with last week. As far as those outdoor activities go this weekend, fantastic. No complaints whatsoever. Here's your 7-day for the coast. 65 on Saturday. Heading into Tuesday, you can see a little bit more sunshine at 65 degrees. For the Umpqua's, 87 on Saturday. Then we start to cool things down by Monday at about 78 degrees. Could get a couple sprinkles, and then you're back to 90 heading into Wednesday. Heading to the Cascades this weekend, if you want to get some good shots of the peaks like the Sisters, Saturday is going to be your best chance. Sunday is going to be relatively cloudy, so just keep that in mind. Across the Willamette Valley, 85 on Saturday, and we do return to 90 on Wednesday after a cool day on Monday with even a few sprinkles early in the day. You're watching Oregon News Now on KZI.